What's up, y'all? Cam, aka Nerdboyfresh, for Team Pop Lock and Slaughter. You know how we get down. Shout out to the misses, of course. Um, what we're gonna do right here, because of the video that we have, we're actually gonna do something a little bit different than what most channels do. We're gonna go back and revisit some of the content that we did during our recent trip. We had went over to the Yamaava in this particular instance. This was about like a month ago, where we went in and played a few different games. Decided to drop $20 into a machine. This one in particular is the touchdown link. So what we're gonna do is review it in real time. I'll give you my thoughts, ideas, and feelings, then also give you kind of what was happening in real time. So we apologize ahead of time because the audio and the video wasn't really up to par, so we had to do a little bit of edit. So if you don't hear the actual slot audio from all like the ringing and the slots moving and stuff, we apologize ahead of time in regards to that. So anytime I play a football slot machine, you know, first and foremost, my team is the 49ers, of course, so I'm gonna go ahead and rock with the 49ers. So when we go ahead and play this game really plays like a standard, you know, three pop machine where you got like three different icons in which you can land. Of course, you got the wild, you got the one that waves like the little finger, which is the cash score, and then you got like the other free games features. So when I was playing this the first go round, you know, the reason why I initially chose this machine the first go round was because they were all kind of in position where if you land enough symbols, like enough free game symbols, enough wild symbols, or even the cash score symbol, one of them was due to pop at some point, right? But as y'all well see in the video, you're seeing I'm getting one wild here, one wild there, one wild here. So you're always seeing like one happening at any given point in time, which is no problem at all in the grand scheme of things. And then you see me land the wheel, because that was my whole thing. So when I landed it, I got the wheel. You know, so I'm getting excited. The missus is jumping around because this was our first time playing the game, so we got the wheel feature. So I got it pretty early, you know. I put in $20. I was down to 14. It was about maybe 6 or 7 spins. Got to the wheel feature. So I'm thinking like, all right, bet wheel feature should be decent. I should probably get kicked out, you know, against 75 cents. I should probably get, if it's a customary 30x, I should probably get somewhere between about $20. But see, the cool thing about this is it has like the wheel. So anybody who's played like the Huff and Puff Grand or one of those where it has like the big wheel, or if you played like the Whitney Houston slot, things like that, where it has like the big wheel, there's a lot of things that you can get on there. As you can well see, it has the mini on there, the minor, the major, the grand. Any of those are landable. It has the score feature, will give you the automatic score feature, which drops you into a different feature, of course. So it's a lot of different things going on this particular wheel. So it was cool that I actually landed the wheel, right? But watch what happens when I spin the wheel. So I'm thinking like, oh, the wheel's going, the wheel's going, the wheel's going. So it's going really good. Then it starts to slow up a little bit, right? So you get all excited. So, you know, you see the minor, you see the cash score, right? So it goes through this cash score and then it slides right by and I hit the mini. And then it slides by that and hit the minor. And then it slides by that and then it goes to the free games. So I'm thinking like at the very least I could at least hit the minor, right? Nah, they gonna give me the 6 free games, which gets me to another feature, right? So I went from one feature, which was the wheel, which goes to the secondary feature, which was the free games, which was actually kind of cool because it actually gave me a shot at, I was like, a shot at maybe still getting the 30x, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the free games. So I went from one feature to the other feature. Cool. So hopefully the free games work. But here's how my free games go. First one, miss. Second one, I get a couple of symbols. I'm thinking I'm gonna get some extra free games, and even the misses was even pointing at it like it was supposed to land. Nah, I didn't even land. So missed that one, right? Wild free games. Hit like a little small little line hit for like what, 30 cents or whatever it may be. But basically it was a miss. The diamond mini showed up, right? 2 free games showed up. The misses is pointing at the symbol again, and guess what? Still misses again. Still at $1.35, right? So another dead spin there. So I'm going down. I have a couple of more spins left. I had a shot at the free games. I got a couple of wilds right there. And guess what I get? a wild in that, and all I got out of the whole thing was $1.35. Really, $1.35, $1.35. Really, really, really. So it was crazy. So I was like, I don't know what to do with this $1.35. I know most people be like, well, just rerun it and run again. But the wheel already popped. The free games were still in position. The cash scores were still in position. But I was kind of like, normally when you get a feature, no matter what it is, sometimes you just gotta pull. I should have just kept spinning, so I did. So in this instance, like $1.35, I still want to play the game, so I'm gonna still go ahead and spin anyway. And I know I'm not a big proponent of, going back and respinning after a feature, no matter what that feature looked like. But part of it was I still wanted to play the game still, so I still played it anyway. But in this instance, like in a lot of instances when people play, sometimes spinning behind the feature, see if you could come back and get it again, sometimes it's not a good thing, because what it does, it gets you right back into a betting cycle, right? So I was already back into the betting cycle, but it was still one of those games that, well, dog, I only made $1.35. The free games was actually close. The cash scores was actually close, even though the wheel already popped, which was cool. I was like, I should maybe, at some point be able to get to it again. So I'm still spinning, I'm, getting some baby line hits here and there, but nothing really significant in this particular run. So, but I'm still running with it. So, and I know this is what a lot of people do, and this is how a lot of people would go ahead and play the game. They will still go ahead and play, they will still go ahead and run, they will still go ahead and keep spinning. Certain people would actually try to push the envelope and move up. Now you see that little big score diamond? Now if I would have got that with the finger wave with the big score diamond, I really would have got paid off, and it would have been worth it to do all the backspins. But I didn't land any of it. I didn't get no real line hits, no nothing. So I'm right here. I'm about down to about like $7.20. Just still getting small stuff here and there. The 2 wilds landed. If I would have got a third wild, it would have actually gave me the wheel bonus again. But it still just wasn't connecting anything in this particular process. So, but the thing about this game is, what I really like about it is because it's fun. So anybody who's played like the Mo Mummy, one of those, it actually plays like Mummy. It's just like the sports variation of it. So it's a lot of good things that you could do. So if you get to the other bonuses, like even the free game bonus is not terrible. It just didn't work out for me, where I have seen it work out for a lot of other people. It just didn't really work out for me on my behalf in this particular instance. And sometimes that happens too. And so I understand that at points in time where you were like, well, dog, the game is bad. I only got like a small bonus. I tried to respin into it, and it still wasn't landing. I still, went ahead and put the whole $20 in, gave it a bunch of spins and stuff, and it still didn't land. Oh, I should be the one to be like, oh, I really hate the game. No, I actually like the game. I'm gonna actually be honest with you. I would actually spin the block and play it again. The crazy thing about it is, every single time we go to the Yamaava where we normally play, we still tend to not be able to get on it because everybody's playing it just the same. I personally think it's probably just as good as the Mo Mummy, is equally as good as the Spooky Link slots. I'd probably say in some respects it's probably better because of the wheel feature, because I think if you get to the wheel and if you actually land something good like a minor, major, grand, you still got a really good shot of landing. It just didn't land for me in that particular instance. So I went through my little $20 and I was like, all right, I'm good. I spun it, I played it, I liked it. But see, here's what happened next. The missus decided, like, oh, the missus wanted to sit down and she wanted to play it too because it was her first time playing as well. So the missus jumps on and she goes ahead and she's sitting down, she's getting everything situated and all that stuff. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, one of the things I would always say to anybody who's playing is one of the tips I will give to people. Sometimes when somebody is losing, you might want to sit behind them because you never know what happens behind losing spins. And in this instance, because I backspin a lot, it was really a good opportunity for the missus to jump on behind me because you never know what's to happen. But you know what she gonna do? She gonna sit there and pick the Raiders, right? Pick the whole rivals. So what I do? So you know the Niners and Raiders, you know they rivals, of course. Both at one point from the same town. But she picked the Raiders. It was cool. I wasn't mad about it. But I thought it was kind of funny that she chose the Raiders. But be it as it may, she chose the Raiders. But what she had was two different advantages that she had. A, she was playing behind my bad spins, so I kind of weaved out some of those bad spins. B, because I was still landing, free games here and there, wilds here and there, and stuff like that, she had the advantage of the three pop to be in a better position. So the likelihood of her actually getting a bonus was actually a little bit higher because of the spins. But she did similar to what I was doing and hit it, and then she got the little finger wave, right? Hit the diamond, got there, and then she gets, the little cash scores one, which is great, by the way. I was happy for her because at least if I didn't get it, at least the missus got it, so I wasn't bad about that. But she got the one that everybody would want to get when it comes to this particular machine. Here's the reason why. Because when you go ahead and get into this particular feature of the game, this is the one that actually plays like the Mo Mummy. This is the reason why if you ever, get a chance to play this game and you ever get to it, it does exactly what Mummy does, almost to the T. Instead of it being like Mummy, or shout out to Botar who says Billy, you have the little finger, you got the little finger dude. Now, I don't know what you're gonna name the little finger dude or whatever, but he's in there, and and he does all the collecting of the diamonds. So as you see, the missus, when she gets into her bonus, she already got one diamond collected, which was cool. So she was actually going through just like you would do on Mummy, you would do it on this particular machine as well. So this one was like a little bit of a dead spin, which was okay. You're always going to get a few dead spins, but you definitely want to get diamonds on every one. And she was definitely landing them, but she just missed the $11.25. But she did get a diamond, which was just as good because diamonds are equally as important because those are the things that keep you in the game much more often. So she's still spinning, landed a 75 in there, landed 2 diamonds there, which actually gets her to the next level, which is actually good, because she had really one spin left, and once she got the 2 diamonds together, now she got the collection of all those, and then she got 3 extra spins. So she had 4 spins to get four diamonds. That's really how that's supposed to work out. So normally you will want to at least land 1 per spin. And she got the first one there, and she actually hit the 1125 in the circle. So she actually got that 1125 that missed the first time. She collected it on the second one because her square was a little bit bigger to land some items. But she missed the second diamond, which is okay because you still have 2 more spins to get 3 diamonds. Typically you should be able to land that, right? Nah, it went 2 coins in there, which gave her about $1 in the coins, but it missed 2 diamonds. So now she got 1 spin to get 3 diamonds, which is very hard to do. It's not impossible, but it's very hard to do. She was tapping, got the little 75, and that was pretty much it in regards to that. But she actually got to the cash scores bonus, which actually for her, it actually did pretty well. So it could have done better, but it was good. It was a 21, and against 75 cents, that's actually a pretty good number overall. So normally when you get into bonuses like that, especially when you're just betting a minimum, you're testing out a machine, things like that, and that's literally what we were doing, testing out the machine. It gave her, the proper, a little bit less than the 30x, but it was close enough to get to the 30x. So it's definitely not a bad bonus at all. But it was one of the things that she was so excited to get to this particular bonus. At some point in time, I had to have her come on and talk in behind it as well. But it was a good bonus for her to land. It was a good bonus to see. Definitely one of those games that I would definitely say if you haven't played it before, or if you like Mummy, if you like Spooky Link, if you like any of those games, I would definitely say go ahead and try it one more time and see if you would like this type of game. Because even though it's sports and even though it's football, the slot itself is a really, really, really good slot. So on behalf of the missus, of course, you know who we are. We are Team Pop, Lock, and Slotted. If you like this and for any other additional content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the page. Y'all know who I be. My name is Cam, aka Nerdboyfresh, of course. Pop, Lock, and Slotted is the squad. Look out for more content. If y'all see us at different casinos, whether it's the Yamaava, the Harrah's, the Pachanga, or even when we get back out to Vegas, make sure y'all say what's up to us. Make sure y'all say hi and whatnot. We'll see y'all. We'll see y'all soon. God above everything, of course.